And welcome, Survivor. We're back here on 7 Days to Die because we're going to be bashing some of these zombies, which is really important, especially when you're using the repulsor mod. I mean, if you haven't used this one before, then you definitely should be. Okay, we're actually not going to do a video about this one at all. Come on, bash. Nope, that didn't go either. Sorry, let me just take care of these ones. Let's see if I can get him to fly. Come on, fly. Yes! Nice, the repulsion mod. That's not actually what we're going to do a video about at all, even though that looked really cool. So today's going to be a fairly dry video, but I guarantee if you give me about 2 minutes, you will be very glad you actually listened to me, because it will give you some information about how to back up and restore your games, which is really critical if you are playing significantly on 7 Days to Die. So something that comes back over and over again in my comments on Reddit, on forums, etc. is that someone was playing the game, something went wrong, something got corrupted, maybe there was a griefer hacked, maybe they deleted something, they had a power outage or whatever, and now they can't actually run and play the game. Their save doesn't work anymore, and they've been spending hundreds of days inside it, they built an awesome base, and they cannot play it anymore. It's something that makes you rage and put down the game and not come back to it for at least 5 minutes or 5 hours or 5 days or 5 months. So there are some really easy ways you can actually avoid that kind of rage by making a backup regularly and then just restoring it. It's actually super simple. So stay on and I'll show you how to do that. And hopefully you'll enjoy this video enough to subscribe, leave me a like, and maybe let me know in the comment section below your horror stories for when you did not have a backup and you raged because, well, you didn't have a backup. Something went wrong. Tell me what went wrong and why you were so pissed off. Or just give me any story. That works as well. Talk about the repulsor mod or whatever. All right, let's not get distracted. Anyway, let's get on to how to actually back up and restore. And of course, you do this backup and restore in Windows. You don't do it in game. So get your ass back to Windows. And the easiest way to get to your saves on your Windows is basically go to your start menu and start typing %app data %. And that it will pop up a lot of different game saves and files and everything. The one you want to have is 7 Days to Die. Double click, go into it. Here is where all your saves are. And there's also where the generated worlds are. So the world is actually the world itself, which is sort of like a map of everything. Saves is your specific game instance that is using that map. So once you've generated the world once, it's going to be there. But the save is basically whenever you restart a new game. You go into it and you'll see all these different counties and mountains and territories and stuff like that, which is basically corresponding to your seed. If you go in one further, this is your specific name of your save, and in my case is Ved Mischief, and I misspelled this one. Unfortunately, I didn't notice until too late, but that's my specific save. So what you want to do, go to the county or territory or whatever you have. In case this is the Sobos, and I have Vuloko, which is Sobos 2, but you want to take the top one. So this one, and you basically make a new folder which says backup, and then you take a copy of this one, Control C, or you basically do a copy. You go into your backup and you basically paste it, and it will copy it, obviously, depending on how big it is, and that's it. Now this is a backup of everything. So let's say you're playing the game and this one gets corrupted or deleted or something. So I'm going to delete this one, so I can't actually use it, but because I have a backup, I can go here, take a copy, I can come back, and I can paste it. And now, once it's copied it back, it will be back to, well, whatever you backed up. And that's really all there is to it. So these simple steps can really save you from a lot of rage. So what I normally do after serious game sessions, maybe once a week, depending on how often I play, I'll make a backup. And of course, I'll put it in saying this is date 19th of August for instance, and then I'll stick it in there just so that I know which game version it is or which date I've taken this backup. It doesn't really matter. That's more of how I keep track of them. But basically, make a copy, put it back, and you're good to go. If you're playing in Navigaine, it's actually the same thing. Navigaine is considered the same as the county or the territory, whatever. If I go in here, I'll see different games. And I actually named it my game, and I named it new game as well. So those are 2 maps. And then you can do the same thing. You can take a copy of the whole one. It's very important though. Make sure you take the high level as well. If you only take this one, and I make a copy here and I try to put it back here, it's not going to work very well because it's outside of the county or territory that it's actually been generated in. Don't do that. Make sure you take the top level. You might be wondering, is that all there's to it? Just copy and putting back a folder? Yes, it is actually. Because inside this folder, you have everything related to your actual game. You have the player files, which are here. You have your regions, for instance, which is all the generated regions, etc. And that's all you need. You don't need to do anything. But if you don't take these steps and you lose something, then you have nothing to fall back on. So go ahead and do that, save you from that rage, and yeah, it was this simple. And I'm sorry, this video was longer than 2 minutes, but it was worth it, wasn't it? Wasn't it? Anyway, I will catch you again.
Special thanks to the great patrons supporting the channel. If you would like to join the vetted community and support these videos, do follow the Patreon link.